Hello and welcome to you, our prospective student. My name is Joshua Davidson and I'm a student recruitment practitioner here at Stellenbosch University. But today I'm your host and I'm the interviewer for this video series, and this video we're going to be talking about what happens next. So you've written your grade 12 exams now, you are waiting for your results, you have a lot of questions, we know what your questions are. We also don't know maybe all your questions, but hopefully in this video we're going to be handling some things that's important for you to note for your next steps in being admitted to Stellenbosch University. Luckily for me, I'm not alone today. I'm joined by one of my colleagues. So sir, please introduce yourself to our viewers, who you are and what it is that you do here at Stellenbosch University.
Thanks, Joshua. My name is Ashwin Daniels. I'm the Deputy Registrar, specifically for academic administration, based on the Stellenbosch campus. And yes, I'm very glad to join you guys today here.
Thank you for being here, and you are the perfect person to then answer the question, what happens next?
Yeah.
I'm sure you are peppered with this question left and right, but just to break it down very briefly, very easily for our viewers to understand, let's start at the start. So NSC IUB results, when are they set to be released, and what happens when me as the applicant gets my final results?
Okay.
What's the process?
Yeah, so Joshua, we recently just received an update from government indicating that the results will be released formally to the students also on the 14th. So we are aligned in terms of our dates. So as soon as all of the students and the applicants receive their results, we will then also release, the offers to those who are successful as well. So the date for everybody to watch out for and to look at the emails, etc., is the 14th of January 2025.
14 Jan 2025, there you have it. And the question is always, do I email my results? Do I fax my results? Do I bring my results? What's that process like?
So there's obviously various categories. The students who've completed the NSC, the IEB, as you've indicated as well, they don't have to send us anything. We receive all of the official results from government, and we'll then do the download, we'll do the matches, and then obviously also then send out, the offers. For our international applicants, Cambridge applicants, etc., they obviously need to send us in their official final results, yes. But for the rest of them, we don't need anything. Everything will be provided to us.
Okay. Technically, we know before they do almost.
Technically, yes.
So we also know that students, not all of our students that applied, or not all of our applicants rather, matriculated or is going to matriculate in 2024.
Yeah.
So we know some people matriculate in 23, 22. What is the process with them and their offers if they've already completed school? And will they be hearing from you again in January?
Yeah. Okay, so Joshua, yes, all of the students that you're referring to, we refer to them as the post-matriculants, and we receive all of their results, obviously, their final results.
Yeah.
And those applicants, based on the final results, should have received an outcome already. Obviously, there should be, the communication should have been sent to them, and we would have indicated to them also that, they either don't meet the entry requirements or they do. In terms of the next steps for that particular category, we'll do a follow-up to them now with all of the registration information.
Okay.
That registration information will then be resent to them also in the beginning of the year, just in case you've missed it now in the December mode as such.
Sure.
But yes, they should have received all of their communication already. If not, they are welcome to contact us as well, info@sun.ac.za, and yes, we'll assist them also then.
Perfect. So if we stick with the theme of post-matric, we also know in that category of post-matrics there are applicants and prospective students who maybe are bettering marks, so rewriting certain subjects. What is the process for them if maybe they did a bettering or rewrite in November? They have to wait for that same results to come out next year. How do they go about submitting the results? Is that a different process in terms of reconsideration? Maybe just expand a bit on that.
Yeah, so definitely yes. So all of the updated results, they will have to send it in to us once more at info@sun.ac.za, and then we'll obviously do the matching. However, at this point in time, there is obviously a restriction in terms of, just due to the limitation of the number of seats available within our programs. And it's also important for the applicants and students also to note that, we've received a record number of applications as well. To be a bit more specific, we're looking at just over 80,000 applications.
Wow.
And we can only obviously take about 5,600 students. So the competition is tight, and we don't necessarily go on the minimum criteria. There's a selection criteria that's built into the process as well.
Okay.
But yes, for those applicants, they are welcome to send us their updated results. We'll review it, and if there's space available within the particular program, by all means we'll consider them.
Okay. That also then brings me to my next question. If
Yeah.
we're building on the theme and we stick with the theme of maybe reconsideration and
Yes.
being considered for a different program that you maybe applied for, what is the process that, because we know a big majority of our applicants are current matrics, which means they applied with their final grade 11 results. So what is the process if maybe they didn't get a place in the program that they want to do, and their grade 12 results come and they meet that selection that you spoke of? Explain to our viewers about reconsideration, the possibilities thereof, because you spoke about limitations, just so that they know realistically what the chances are.
Yeah. So once more, it's based on, the final outcome, and also then obviously on the number of spaces available.
Okay.
Some of our faculties, and once more, the rider is, if there are spaces available, we'll definitely reconsider these students. Students are then welcome to request, that conversion to a different program during the registration period. And they are most welcome during that period just to speak to the applicable faculty administrator to submit their updated results there, and we'll assess the availability of space as well.
Okay, so that can also go through info@sun if that's before the point of registration, but if it's at the point of registration, it's with the faculty administrator.
During the assisted registration
During the assisted
process.
registration period. I think it's important, viewer, to also just be aware of, when thinking of and speaking of registration, reconsideration specifically, the time and space is a very important description and clarification to make. It's not a guarantee, so please also be aware of that, as Ashmond has explained. So Ashmond, I think you explained the process quite nicely from the start. And now we know that our prospective students are in the waiting period.
Yes.
It's nerves now. It's also December time. It's Christmas. We want to enjoy that, but it's also nerves and waiting. So just tell them, when is the university expected to start? Let's maybe start at the point of registration. And when are they expected to maybe arrive in Stellenbosch?
Okay, so I think it's also important that we just backtrack a little bit. So we received the results obviously on the 14th of January, and that's also the date, where we'll start issuing all of the offers.
Yes.
But it's so important for the applicants to note that they've got 2 days to accept that offer as well.
Okay.
So by the 16th, those first round of offers that we've issued will start to expire.
Okay.
So we need them to watch their email accounts, and to respond to the request then to accept or to decline the particular offer.
Okay.
And like I said, the 16th is then also a very critical date from the applicant's point of view, because that's the date when your offer will then expire as well. So from that date onwards, we'll then start going into our welcoming program, and it's set then to start on the 27th, that week of the 27th, the welcoming program will then start. And I really urge our new students and our applicants to join us for the welcoming program as well, because it provides you with, the key to Stellenbosch, essentially, all of the information that you'll require to succeed at Stellenbosch as well. So from that week, in the week of the 27th, they need to join us if they've received an offer and accepted the offer for the welcoming period. And then also registration information will then also follow, you know, just after we've received your
Final results.
your final admission confirmation as such.
Okay.
And then for the first years, undergraduate first years, registration will then start opening for them as well.
Okay.
We'll start opening the registration period for them on the 23rd of January.
Okay.
So ideally, we would want them to be registered already, you know,
By the time
before
they get
they
here, yes.
go into the welcoming period. And assisted registration will then be opened on the 23rd. And in that following week, we'll then do assisted registration to support those who couldn't manage to register online.
Perfect. I think that's the perfect way to end our video. But just before we end, let's just re-emphasize the importance of communication.
Yes.
The primary mode of communication in communicating to our applicants is email.
Correct.
Okay. So on the 14th, when the offer is sent, please, applicants, prospective students, the 16th of Jan is the cutoff.
Yes.
We know obviously not everybody will accept. We hope everybody does, but we know the realities.
Yeah.
So the question will then be asked, can I be reissued my offer?
So
What is the answer to that question?
So once more, we go back to the space limitations.
Okay.
And remember that we make offers much more obviously than what we can essentially register as such. And that is due to the fact that some of the applicants decline, some of them obviously don't respond, and then you have the cohort obviously that do respond.
Yeah.
So depending on space once more, if there is space available in the particular program, then by all means we'll reconsider, you know, and we'll reissue the offer if it has expired. But space, like I said, it's limited, and the competition is really fierce at the end of the day.
Of course. Well, Ashman, thank you so much for your time. All of the best to you and your team for that process and that period, because we also know it's very busy with you. And in your division, sending out these offers and making sure that our prospective students get here. And to you, the prospective student, all of the best with that waiting period. Please try to calm your nerves and try to control your nerves as much as possible. You've done what you needed to do in your exams and in your school career leading up to this point, so now it's just time to wait. Please be aware of the 14th of Jan, that is when you're set to receive your results, and also the 16th of Jan, should you receive an offer. And if you have any other questions, you're more than welcome to contact us at info@sun.ac.za, as Ashman mentioned. And until then, we hopefully look forward. No, we not hopefully look forward. We look forward to hopefully welcoming you to Stellenbosch in 2025. Thank you so much for your time. Until next time.